Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another playthrough of Mage Knight. Today we're going to be playing as Wolfhawk with Norawas as the dummy player. We have a green, a blue and a red in the source, and our unit offer from left to right is thugs, foresters and peasants. Our advanced action offer to start is going to be Blood Ritual, Song of Wind and Pure Magic. And then for our spell offer, it's going to be Space Bending, Time Bending, Expose, Mass Expose, and Wings of Wind, Wings of Night. I think that's everything for setup. We can go ahead and draw our first 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have Rage, Tirelessness, March, Crystallize, and Improvisation. And I'm thinking here, so I was tempted to go up towards the refugee camp and maybe recruit something there, but it's going to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 movement to get there, and then we would have to defeat the orc as well, get over the wall, and then get over another wall into the monastery, which is quite a lot of movement. So what I'm thinking instead is probably coming up here, maybe stopping here after turn 1, seeing what we draw, and then depending on that either take on the orc or go straight into the monastery here, and then we can explore from there. So what I think I'm going to take here is probably planning, and then we'll see what the dummy player takes. They're going to take we have that, number 1. So early bird is out of the game. Yeah, so I think they're going to go first, and we can go on and start. 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, so they don't go again over to us. I think I'll play Crystallize with the blue from the source, and probably March for a move of 6. Or sorry, not Crystallize, Tirelessness for a move of 4, and then March for a move of 6, which will get us 3 there and 3 there. And then I'll keep these 3 in hand and see what we draw next turn. So that's a red. We are drawing another 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and we get Rage, Swiftness, and Threaten. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't have a red. Back to us. And I think here we can engage the orc in combat. So he is cumbersome. So I think what I'm going to do is probably play Improvisation with the red from the source for a move of 5, which reduces that to 2. Then we can play Swiftness for a move of 2. So he's fully blocked. And then we can just go with probably the 2 rages for an attack of 4 because he's physically resistant. So that is enough to take him out. We get +1 reputation and +4 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We will level up at the end of the turn. Reroll that. Black. The only downside to not taking a wound there is we end with 1 card. And it probably should have instead discarded Threaten. Threaten rather than Crystallize. Because I don't see us being able to recruit this turn. If we go into this monastery, there's no unit available to recruit in a monastery, so I'll keep Crystallize in hand. Let us level up first, so we will get a choice of skills. So we have either gain a blue crystal and heal 1 once a round, or we can reduce an enemy's armor by 1. I think that's in the block phase as well. In the block phase, either reduce 1 attack of an enemy by 1 or increase an attack of an enemy by 2 and reduce armor of the same enemy by 2 to a minimum of 1. That's actually really useful skill, so I think I might take that one. The common skill is going to be co-op, or Norawas's co-op skill. And in terms of our advanced action, I think I'm going to take, none of these are particularly good. I don't really like Blood Ritual because you have to take a wound each time, and then Pure Magic really eats into the mana that you have. So I think I'm going to take probably Song of Wind here. So we'll put that on top of our deck. The advance and the new one is going to be Learning. So we'll draw up to our hand limit of 5. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have Crystallize, we have March, Determination, Concentration, and Song of Wind. Dummy player then goes 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, they get 2 more, 1 and 2. And I think for us, we probably want to go to the monastery here. So I will play Marsh for a move of 2. We don't have, I mean, we can play Song of Wind as well, I guess. Although if we go with Marsh for a move of 4 and Song of Wind, we can explore a new tile as well. So let's do that. We'll use a green from the source. Marsh move 4, Song of Wind move 2. And we'll move there and then explore here. So we get tile number 11, or 13, sorry. So there is a Mage Tower, which goes face down. That's in a forest. And we have an Orc, which will go face up. And that is 2 physical attack, 1 each, and 4 armor. So it's quite a heavy movement tile here. So yeah, we will, I think, leave our turn there. So we'll re-roll that. It's a blue. We draw up to our hand limit of 5 plus 1 is 6, so we get another 3. And we get Promise, Swift Reflexes, and Stamina. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 1 more, back to us. And I think here we can probably try and burn this monastery down. So let's 1, 2, 3 to our reputation. We are going to draw a purple enemy, or sorry, a brown enemy. Or no, it's purple, my mistake. And we get, okay, so ice attack with paralyze, ice resistance, and physical resistance. Oh wow, okay. And I think I don't think we're going to be able to kill him. His physical resistance is just too much, I think. And yeah, we can't take the wound because he's paralyzing. So I think what we'll do is we'll use our skill to reduce his attack by 1. So he's down to 1 attack, and then we'll use determination just to block him. Yeah, I don't think we can take him out. That's unfortunate, but yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah, so we'll discard that. We'll draw up to our hand limit. So I guess we can play Crystallize here and with the blue from the source. And we'll gain a green, I think, into our inventory. That gets re-rolled. It's a red. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll draw another 2. And we get Tranquility and Mana Draw. Dummy player then, they're going to declare end of round in the next turn, back to us. I think what we want to do is probably, we could probably go for concentration with the green to power March for a move of 6. So that's going to be 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and we'll reveal the Mage Tower, and it's 5 armor with poison and 5 physical attack. And do we want to do anything else? So we have played 6 movement. We still have 1 movement left. And we can use Promise sideways for another move of 1. And we can explore this tile here. So we can, okay, so it is tile number 10. There is a keep. And ruins as well, so the keep will go face down, the ruins will go face up, and it is, okay, so a keep and a brown enemy for an artifact. Is there anything else we want to do on this turn? I don't think so. So we can probably end our turn there, and we'll be able to get either a green or a blue crystal. I think I'm going to probably take, let's go with a blue. Or no, sorry, a green. Let's go with green. So that's that. Did we use a die from the source? No, we didn't. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Dummy player declares end of round. We are going to probably want to stay on this this mine here. Yeah, I think we'll just we'll stay on the mine. We'll take a blue crystal, and yeah, that will do it for this round. The unit offer is getting refreshed. and we re-roll the source, and we get a red, and a white. So it's going on to knight. The new units are going to be Udum Guardsmen, the Udum Crossbowmen, and the Thugs. So all of those can be recruited at a keep. So that might be something to aim for. They're going to take Blood Ritual, these advance, and the new one is going to be, sorry, we should have had one in the offer for the monastery. So we have Ice Bolt. That might have changed things. Actually, it should have been Learning, because we did gain an advanced action. So Ice Bolt should have already been in the offer. And then the new one is Dodge and Weave. And actually Learning should be discarded, sorry. So Dodge and Weave will go there, and then we get Swift Bolt into the advanced action offer. Then they're going to take a blue into their inventory, and the new spell is going to be Fireball, Firestorm. Okay, and then we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we get Swift Reflexes, Promise, Song of Wind, Improvisation, and Determination. And I think here we probably want to go over towards the keep. So I think we can go for Preparation, and we can take Concentration, I think. And yeah, hopefully probably not on our first turn, but we can take the keep on the second turn, and then hopefully that'll get us a level up, and we'll be able to recruit a couple of units there. But yeah, let's see what's in the keep whenever we enter it, because we're not going to be able to see it from just going adjacent. So that will that, and then the dummy player is going to take number 3. So that is Mana Search, which is out of the game. They're going to go first again. And yeah, we can start. So 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 1 more. Back to us. I think here we will play Song of Wind with the white from the source. Let's move 2. So maybe we go with, I wanted to say the Concentration and Swift Reflexes. I think I might go with Improvisation here, and probably have to discard Promise. That's a bit of a waste. So we could go instead Song of Wind, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. So let's go a move of 3. We'll get next to the keep. We'll keep these in hand. Yeah, let's do that. So that's that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We draw 1 more, and we get Rage. Dummy player then is 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They don't go again. Back to us. And I think let's play Improvisation with, probably want to go with maybe Rage sideways, although that's giving up a lot of attack. I could go with, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll move 3 into the keep. We'll lose a reputation. And we get so 5 armor, can't be fortified, and it's elusive. So, or sorry, not 5 armor, 5 physical attack. So we could just go with block 5, and then we could play probably Concentration with a green from from our inventory. So that will be a ranged attack of 5, which isn't enough to take him out in the rage of siege attack phase, which we can't do. If we increase the armor, this isn't the block phase though. So yeah, I think we're gonna just go with that. So he's taken out completely. So yeah, we played Improvisation to move 3 into the keep. We blocked using a blue from our inventory for a block of 5. He's fully blocked, so we have to do 3 damage, which we can get using, well, we don't even need to use Concentration here. We can just use a white from the source for an attack of 3. with swift reflexes. That's enough to take him out. So 1, 2, 3, not enough to level up. This gets re-rolled. It's a gold. This goes away. We get a shield token on the keep. And our hand limit will be 1 higher. So yeah, we're up to 6 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Rage, Crystallize, March, Threaten, and Tirelessness. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 1 more. Back to us. I think here we're going to recruit, so we can use Threaten for with a red from the source for influence of 5. We're going to take the thugs, so we are at -1, so that goes to +1. So we only need another 4 influence to recruit the thugs, so we will recruit them using 4 points of our influence from Threaten. Alternatively, we could go with maybe Concentration and use, so we would have 7 points of influence. So we would have 3 left over, and then we would need another 3 to get the Utum Guardsman as well. Ooh, that might be appealing here. And I think I will actually do that. So we'll play Concentration. So we'll have influence 5 + 2 from Concentration is 7. We have our -1 converts to a +1. So we need 4 to get the thugs. So that will leave us with 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 influence left. And then I can play 3 cards sideways for another 3 influence, which gets us the Utum Crossbowmen. Although if I play 2 cards sideways, I could just take the Utum Guardsmen, which are actually an okay unit as well. So I think I will do that. Let's go with that. So we'll recruit those. That goes away. We haven't used any mana from the source, so we have 2 left in hand. We still have our oh, we can't. That's annoying. Yeah, we don't have another command token. That's my mistake. Okay, so instead we will use our 5. Yeah, that's really annoying. Okay, so we will use the red from the source. We'll take our green back. Yeah, that will be enough for us, I think, on this turn. So yeah, we will lose 1 reputation for recruiting them. Okay, so we'll re-roll that. It's a blue. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. We get 1 more, and it is stamina. Dummy player then, 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get 1 more. Back to us. I think I'm going to move here. I will use stamina and tirelessness for a move of 4, which will get us onto this ruins. I'm tempted to probably go after that on the next turn. So I will end my turn there. And we will draw another 2 cards. So 1 and 2, we are still adjacent to the keep. We get Tranquility and Swiftness. Dummy player then, 1, 2. They're going to declare end of round on the next turn. Back to us. And I think I am going to enter the ruins here. So we get a keep and a brown enemy. So we are having 4 physical attack with Swiftness and 4 armor. And 4 physical attack with Swiftness, Poison, and Assassination, 6 armor, and fire resistance. So I think here we'll play Concentration with the green, along with Swiftness for a ranged attack of 5, which is enough to take him out in the ranged and siege attack phase. We're going to take 2 wounds to hand and 2 wounds to our discard for this guy. So 2 wounds into our discard, 2 into our hand. And then we can play Rage with the red from the source. And I think March and Crystallize sideways for a total attack of 6, which is enough to take him out as well. So yeah, we entered the ruins, played Concentration and Swiftness to take this guy out in the ranged and siege attack phase. We took 2 wounds to hand, 2 wounds to our discard pile. for this guy. Although if we reduce his armor by 3, or by 1, sorry, that would be, it would still be 2 wounds to our hand and 2 wounds to our discard pile. If we increased it by 2, it would be 3 wounds to hand, 3 wounds to our discard pile. So yeah, it doesn't make sense to use our skill for him. So 2 wounds to hand, 2 wounds to our discard pile, because of the poison ability. And then we don't have enough block because the thugs only give us 3 block. Whereas if we had taken the Utum Guardsman instead of the thugs, we would have actually had enough block to block this guy. So that's unfortunate. And then, yeah, we played Rage with a red from the source and 2 cards sideways for an attack of 6, which is enough to take him out. So that is that, and this gets re-rolled. It's a red. This goes away. And yeah, we will go on and take our fame for that. So we're getting a total of 8 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we level up twice. We get 1 more command token. We also get a reward, so we're getting an artifact. And our choices are Sword of Justice. When we play this, discard any number of cards from your hand. You get attack 3 for each card you discard this way. Fame +1 for each enemy you defeat this turn. Double the contribution of all physical attacks you play during your attack phase this turn. Enemies lose physical resistance this turn. Fame +1, and for each enemy you defeat this turn. Or Circlet of Proficiency. Use any non-interactive skill in the common skills offer, including your own, as if it was your skill. If it is a skill usable each turn, one that does not flip, use its effect twice. I think I'm going to take Sword of Justice here. We only have 1 skill at the moment in the common skill offering. We will get another, but I don't know what that's going to be. So I think I'll take Sword of Justice. We also have a level up, so we get our skill. That should go away. So we have the movement skill, which is called Hawkeye. So once a turn, move 1. We can, during the night, exploring costs 1 move less. During the day, you may reveal garrisons and fortified sites at a distance of 2. Or the co-op skill is Howl of the Pack. Once a round, except during interaction, 1 card played sideways gives +4 instead of +1. For each of your command tokens with no assigned unit, it gives another +1. So we could, I mean, the movement one would allow us to get a tile like pretty quickly up here. I think I will probably take, let's go with the 1 card played sideways. It's a bit more flexible. And the common skill is a green crystal and a white mana token. And then for our advanced action, I'm looking at either Ice Bolt or Swift Bolt. I'd probably go with Ice Bolt here. And then these advanced on the new one we get is In Need. Fine. And then do I want to hold on? And I will hold on to these, and we can draw. So we have 1, 2, 3 in hand, 4, 5, 6. If I heal 1, no, I won't. We'll go with this. So March, Sword of Justice, and Ice Bolt. Dummy player declares end of round. And then we don't have access to a green, unfortunately. We can play that for a blue token to our inventory. And then we probably want to go with 2, 3. That would be a move of 3. Although we can use this skill, so once a turn except during interaction. So we can play move 2 to move here. We should have a shield token on that ruins. And then we can play another card sideways for a move of 4. Using the Howl of the Pack skill. So yeah, we will do that, and we can explore this tile. So yeah, we get tile number 5. So there's an orc and another monastery. So the orc goes face up, and it is a summoner with 4 physical or 4 armor. The new monastery card is Mountain Lore. So we still have a move of, so we had a move of 6, we moved 2 there, we moved 2 here, that's 4. We have 2 move left, but it costs 5 to get into the forest. So I think I'm just going to play Tranquility with, in order to, I could draw another card here. But I think I will just heal 1. So let's heal that, and we will end our turn there and the round. So that's that. The card we didn't get to was Mana Draw. We are taking these away. We should only have, that monastery isn't there anymore because I burned it down. So we should only have 1 into the heat. They're going to take Pure Magic into their deck. This shifts along, and the new one we get is Rush of Adrenaline. Sorry, we should re-roll the source first. White, black, green. And then the unit offer gets refreshed, and it is the Scouts, the Illusionists, and we have the Foresters as well. We've done the advanced actions. They're going to take a white into their inventory for Expose, Mass Expose. And the spells advance, and the new spell we get is Mist Form. And then we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. So we can draw up to our hand limit of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get March, Tranquility, Swift Reflexes, Rage, and a Wound. I think here we will probably go for Great Start. Get 2 extra cards. And we get Determination and March. The dummy player then is going to take number 6. So the right moment is gone. We're going to go first. So those 2 are out of the game. And then, yeah, we can go ahead with our turn. So we'll go with the March for a move of 4, and then the other March for a move of 6. So that gets us onto the Magical Glade. And I think we probably want to end our turn there. So we will end our turn there. We'll get rid of that wound. This gets re-rolled. It's a white. We have 4 here. So we draw 1 more, and it is Threaten. We are starting with a gold. The dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't go again back to us. I think we will. Why don't we go with Tranquility with the gold for draw 2 cards, and we will get Tirelessness and Song of Wind. So I think we probably want to move or to explore here. So let's go with, we can go with, I guess, Tirelessness to explore this tile. And we get, okay, so it is, so there's Village and a Mage Tower and an Orc on the far side. So the Orc is going to be 3 physical attack with Swiftness and 4 armor. And then there's a Mage Tower. So that's going to be tough to get into at night. So I'm not sure whether we go up towards the monastery here or go over towards, although we do have the Song of Wind here, which could help us out quite a lot. So I think we probably want to end our turn there, and we'll be on a Magical Glade, although there's probably not much point in ending our turn there because yeah, we have 5 cards in hand already. So perhaps we discard Threaten here. And I think we can actually, yeah, we probably want to move next to the Mage Tower here. So we can play Threaten for a move of 2 because we have played Tirelessness. It gives +1 move this turn. So that's going to be a move of 2. We'll move on to the village and we will reveal the Mage Tower. And it is, okay, so 2 physical attacks of 3 each with Brutal, Unfortified, and 7 armor. Fine. So we have 4 cards in hand. We will end our turn there. Yeah, and then we can draw 1 more and we get Rage. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red, they don't go again, back to us. And I think here we will probably go for this Mage Tower. I could plunder the village, but I don't think I need to. So let's go with Song of Wind for a move of 2. The move cost of plains, deserts and wastelands is reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0 this turn. So that is going to be, that desert's going to cost 4 to get into, so I can play Swift Reflexes for a move of 2, which gets us into the Mage Tower because we've played a total move of 4. We lose a reputation, so we're now at -3. We can use the thugs to block one of the attacks for 3, so one of their attacks is blocked. We can use our skill. We're going to increase one of their attacks by 2, so that increases it to 5, and we'll use a determination with a blue from our inventory to block that for 5. So both of their attacks are blocked. They get armor -2, so they're down to 5 armor, and I can play 1 card sideways using our skill here. So once a round, except during interaction, 1 card played sideways gives +4 instead of +1, and for each combat, or for each of your command tokens with no assigned unit, it gives another +1. So we have 1, so that's going to give us a +5 attack. So yeah, we take him out in the attack phase. So to recap, we played Song of Wind. It reduced the cost of deserts by 1. So it costs 4 to get into. We played Swift Reflexes for another move 2. So that's a total move of 4 to move in. We lost a reputation. We blocked one of the attacks with the thugs for 3. Then we increased this other attack by 2 using our skill, which increased it to a 5, and we blocked that using determination with the blue from our inventory. That then decreased his armor again with our skill to 5, and we played Rage sideways for a total attack of 5 because we have 1 free command token using this skill. So he is dead, and we get 5 fame for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get a shield token on the Mage Tower. That goes away. We don't level up. This goes away. We do get a reward for that, which is a spell. So we can take Wings of Wind, Fireball, or Mist Form. And I think I will take probably Fireball here. Let's go with that. These advance, and the new spell we get is Charm or Possess. We have a hand limit of 5 and 1 card in hand, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get a wound, stamina, swiftness, and fireball. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. Back, or it's a white, they get 1 more, back to us. And I think here we can use our co-op skill. So this was placed in the center on the last turn. So taking it back this turn, the first player who encounters combat with enemies returns the skill token to you face down and reduces the armor of a chosen enemy by 1 and 1 attack of the same enemy or another enemy by 1. So if we engage this guy in combat, we can use this to reduce his armor by 1. So he's now 3 armor. We can play Swiftness with a white from the source for a ranged attack of 3, which is enough to take him out and increase our reputation by 1. And we get 3 fame for that, so 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, we don't level up. We are left with these 4 in hand. This gets re-rolled and it's a white, and we draw 1 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get a 5th. It's a wound. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't go again. Back to us. And I think here we just rest, so we'll discard Rage with the 2 wounds. So that leaves us with 2 in hand, and we draw another 3. So 1, 2, 3. That should be flipped. And we get Ice Bolt, Concentration, and Mana Draw. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue. They get 3 more. So 1, 2. They're going to declare end of round in the next turn. Back over to us, and I think here we probably need to go with. Let's get a. So we could go with. So I want to be able to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movement, I think, in order to get a core tile onto the board. So if we go with probably Mana Draw with a white from the source, take the black and change it to blue. That will give us 2 blue tokens, one of which we'll use with stamina, and we'll play, although actually let's put it to green instead. So we'll get 2 green tokens. And we'll use one of those with concentration, which will power stamina for a move of 6. And then we can play probably Fireball sideways for a move of 7. So that will give us 5 into the desert and another 2 to explore this tile here. So it is tile number 7. So that will go like that. There is another monastery, so we will get another advanced action, and it is Decompose. And then we also have an Orc, and it's 3 physical attack, fortified with 3 armor, and that goes face up. And then I'm going to play Ice Bolt for a blue to our inventory, and that will be all for this turn. The greens go away. The green doesn't get re-rolled, but the white does, and it is a gold. And then we draw up to our hand limit, which is 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get Promise, Improvisation, Sword of Justice, and Crystallize. Dummy player declares end of round. It's over to us. And I think here we will play Improvisation using the gold. We will discard Crystallize with that. And then that's going to give us a move of 5. And I think we will move 3 in there and then another 2 here. So that is not a city tile. So let's just move these down a bit. So that's going to be there. So we do have another monastery, and it is Mana Storm is the card. And then I think we probably want to engage this orc in combat. We are going to take 1 wound to hand, and then we can play Sword of Justice and discard Promise for an attack of 3. Yeah, so we'll do that. So he is dead. We took 1 wound to hand for that. We also get Fame +1 for each enemy we defeat this turn, so we get 2 from the enemy and 1 from Sword of Justice. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. We level up. We get +1 reputation. This goes away. We end on a magical glade, so we can discard that. And we do have a core tile on the board now. So yeah, that is fine. That's everything. We got rid of our wound. And we level up as well, so we get another command token. This gets refreshed, this gets readied, the offer gets renewed, and it's a blue, a black, and a red. The monastery cards go away. We have 1, 2, 3 monasteries on the board, so we had Regeneration, Frost Bridge, and Force of Nature as the new cards. The unit offer gets refreshed, and we now have elite units. So they are going to be, the first is the Ultimate Mages, the second is Red Cape Monk, or the first regular is Red Cape Monks, and the second one is the Delphana Masters. So none of those can be recruited outside of a city. They're going to take Swift Bolt into their deck. These advance along, and the new one is Blood of Ancients. They're going to get a white crystal to their inventory for Wings of Wind. The spells advance, and the new one we get is Restoration. And then we can shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we'll draw up to our hand limit of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we get Mana Draw, a Wound, Ice Bolt, Fireball, Swift Reflexes, and Stamina. And for our tactics, I think probably, I'm thinking going Midnight Meditation here, and then hopefully getting to the monastery and being able to heal a bit. So if we probably want to shuffle back in, let's go with, I mean, at the monastery we can heal for 2 influence, so 1 point of healing for each 2 influence. We have 4 there, so getting some wounds into our hand here would be quite good. So let's shuffle back in, I guess, probably Mana Draw and Ice Bolt. We can use maybe Fireball as well, just to try and maximize our chances of, and we'll keep the wound in hand. Yeah, so we'll shuffle those 3 in, and then draw 3 more. Yeah, so we'll try and get to the monastery, maybe recruit the Red Cape monks as well, or one of the advanced action cards that are available, and then potentially burn it down. We just, depending on what we get here. So 1, 2, 3, and we have a wound, promise, and ice bolt. The dummy player is going to take number 5 is gone, number 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 3. So 1, 2, 3. So they take Long Night. They're going to go first. Midnight Meditation and Long Night are gone, and we can go on and start the round. So 1, 2, and 3. It's a white. They get 2 more. 1 and 2. Over to us. I think we will use probably stamina for a move of 4. Do we want to? So we don't have a white available to us. So yeah, let's go with move 4 and then swift reflexes for move 2. That's going to get us a move of 6. So 3 there. Because it's night, it's 3 in the desert. We're going to activate the thugs for influence of 4. And reputation -1. That's going to get us 2 points of healing, which frees up our hand there. We'll decrease our reputation by 1. And then, yeah, we will, I mean, we could have gone with 4, 5, 6. We would have needed 2 more points to get the Red Cape monks there. So I'm wondering if that might have been better. But no, let's leave it like that. The blue goes away. Actually, instead of using our blue from our inventory, we could have just used the blue from the source, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. So that's that, and that gets re-rolled. It's a green. So we have 2 in hand. We draw up to our hand limit of 6, so 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Song of Wind, Determination, March, and Tardisus. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't go again. Back to us. We don't really have enough attack here to burn the monastery down. I don't think. We have a lot of movement, but not much attack. So I think we'll play Song of Wind for move 2. The move cost of deserts is reduced by 1, so we're now down to a move cost of 2 for deserts. So we played 2. We'll play March with a green for move 4. That's a total move of 6. We'll move 2 here, 4 here, and 6 here. So let me just move these down a little. So 4 here, and it is not a city tile, but there is a keep, a Draconum, a ruins. So the keep goes face down, the ruins goes face down, and the Draconum goes face up. And we have 6 cold fire attack, brutal, ice and fire resistance, and 9 armor. And then we'll go the second move here, and it is the White City. So we have a lake right in front of us, a keep as well, and a Draconum. So the Draconum goes face up, and it's Draconum is 6 fire attack, 8 armor, brutal, fire resistance, and fortified. The keep is going to go face down, and the White City at level 6 is going to be 3 greys and a white. So we get 1, 2, 3 grey and 1 white, and their armor is going to be boosted by 1. So that is going there, and then so now I'm wondering, do we play this movement card to move over into this desert and get closer to the keep here? Yeah, I think I will. Well, we have a cheaper desert move, so we will play move 2 and move over here. We could, of course, go back onto the monastery and hope to recruit next turn. Let's not. That's tough. Actually, yeah. Let's go back to the monastery here. So we will re-roll, and it's a white. We have 3 in hand. We get another 3, so 1, 2, 3, and we get concentration, march, and tranquility. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue. They get 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Back to us. And I think I'll go with tranquility to draw 1 card, and we get rage. So not great. So we would need 9 points to get the Red Cape Monks here. We could get 4 from Promise, and then I guess we could play 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we played all our cards sideways, we could get the Red Cape Monks. I don't know if that's worth it. I really don't. If we had access to a green mana token here, it would be very useful. That's tough. And I think I am going to do it actually. So we'll play Promise with a white from the source for influence 4, and then we'll play 5 cards sideways for influence of 5 to get the Red Cape Monks. So we'll recruit them. All of these go away. This gets re-rolled, and it's a gold, so useless. We draw up to our hand limit of 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get improvisation, fireball, crystallize, mana draw, rage, and threaten. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't go again. Back to us. And I think here we will go for, so let's play, I think, rage sideways using our co-op skills. So that's going to give us 4 + 1 for our free command token. So that's going to give us move of 5, and then we can play improvisation with threaten. For a total move of 3, so that's a total move of 8, and that's going to get us 3 there and 4 in here. Yeah, so that's a move of 4, so we're entering the keep. We lose our reputation, and we get, okay, so 4 physical attack with swiftness and 4 armor, and I think here we can just go with a red from the source to play ranged fire attack of 5, although he is fortified, so we would have to do we have enough block here, or can we? So we're going to, if we don't block it, we take 2 wounds, or we can, we could reduce his armor by 1, which would allow us to take 1 wound and still be able to kill him. So we could alternatively just take a wound and do siege fire attack of 8. But yeah, it's I don't think we have enough to block him here. So we would have potentially 3 block there, 4, 5 here, which isn't going to be enough to block him. So we're looking at taking a wound. We'll use our skill to reduce his armor by 1. So we take a wound, and then we'll use ranged fire attack of 5. To kill him. So yeah, that is fine. We will also no, we'll leave it. So we'll get 3 fame for that. 1, 2, 3. That goes away. We get another shield token on that keep. So that's 2 keeps we have now. And then this gets re-rolled, and it is a red. And rage is also being used. We have 3 in hand, and we draw up to our hand limit. So we get Sword of Justice and Swiftness. Dummy player then 1, 2. So they are going to declare end of round on the next turn. We should have revealed what's in the keep. And we have, okay, so 2 attacks, 1 4 physical attack and 2 fire attack, 4 armor with fire resistance, 3 physical attack, 4 divide and 7 armor, 3 physical attack, 2 physical attack, both have swiftness, 5 armor, and then 4 cold fire attack, poison, brutal, physical resistance, and 8 armor. And all those armors are going to be boosted by 1. So yeah, that's not nice. Back to us. And I think here we can probably play Crystallize with a red, and we'll take a red into our inventory, and then we can explore the final tile with our swiftness for a move of 2, and we'll explore there. So this is the green city, and we are right next to an orc. So the orc on the far side is going to be 4 physical attack, elusive, assassination, 3 armor, and 6 if we don't block. And then the orc next to us is going to be 3 physical attack, fortified with 3 armor. And then the green city level 9 is going to be 1 keep, 3 brown, and 1 white. So 1 keep, 3 brown, 1, 2, 3, and 1 white. And any physical attack is going to be poisonous. So we'll put that there. And then this goes like that. And we are still, we can take on this orc here, I think. So we can engage him in combat. He's going to do 3 physical attack. We'll use our red kit monks for a block of 3. So he's blocked fully, and then we can use Sword of Justice and discard mana draw for an attack of 3. That gives us +2 reputation, +1 for each enemy we defeat. So 1, 2, 3, we get a +1 reputation, or so that's +3 fame, +1 reputation. He's dead, and we can finish the round there, I think. So the source gets re-rolled, and it's a green, a blue, and a green. The unit offer is getting refreshed, a green, a blue, and a green, and the new elite unit that we have is Amatep Gunners. The new regular unit is the Utum Swordsman, and the new second elite unit is the Heroes. We still have 3 monasteries on the board, so we are going to get, let's see, 1 Temporal Portal, 2 is Peaceful Moment, and 3 is the Spellforge. They're going to take In Need into their deck. These advance, and the new one we have is Explosive Bolt. They're going to get a blue crystal to their inventory. These spells advance, and the new spell we're getting is Cure. And then we can refresh our units, and we will shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we'll draw up to our hand with a 6 + 2 for our keeps. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we get Promise, Improvisation, Concentration, Mana Draw, Sword of Justice, Fireball, Firestorm, Swift Reflexes, and Rage. And I think for tactics, probably want to go first. I'm looking at maybe trying to get the Amatep Gunners here. So I think I'm going to take Rethink. Probably want these 3, probably want to keep Mana Draw, Sword of Justice, Fireball. So I'll discard these 2, and then draw 2 more. So we get Threaten and Determination, and then we shuffle these back in, and we are going to go first this turn. So I think we'll try and pick up the Amatep Gunners as soon as possible, probably on the first turn, and then we'll see where we go. I do feel quite underpowered going into these city battles here, but let's see. There's no way we can probably recruit the heroes, given the reputation. But yeah, let's go with this. So we are going first. Those go out of the game. I think we will use to recruit these. So I think we'll use Threaten. I don't like using the red for my inventory, but I think I'm going to have to. So we'll get Influence 5 there. We'll use Concentration with the green from the source, the Power of Promise. That's a total of 6 + 5 is 11. Less or 2 on the reputation track. We get the Amatep Gunners. And then we lose 1 reputation. This gets re-rolled, and it's a red. Red goes away. So that's that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 6, 7, and 8, and we get tirelessness, swiftness, and rage. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a green, they get one more back to us. So I think we're going to go into the city here. So we'll play tirelessness. So we'll move 2. We'll enter the city, we'll lose a reputation. These guys are going to be the attackers. So we have 4 of them. And okay, so they all have a boost of 1 armor. So their armor is going to be 6 plus 9 is 15, plus 8 is 23, plus 8 is 31. He has physical resistance. So we're not going to take anyone out in the ranged siege attack phase. So we'll go on to the block phase. We're going to use the thugs for block 3. And we're going to use our skill to reduce this guy's armor, his 4 physical attack, by 1. So the thugs block that attack for 1. We are going to take 1 wound from the fire attack from him. So that's 1 wound from him. This guy, we are going to use determination with a blue from our inventory along with swiftness sideways for a block of 6. I'm just thinking here. If we okay, so let's back up. We're not going to block this guy. We are going to use our skill to reduce his attack by 1. So he is down to 3 cold fire attack. We'll need 6 inefficient block. So he's blocked fully using the skill, determination, and swiftness sideways. So he's blocked fully. The thugs haven't been used yet. We are going to block this guy with the thugs for a block of 3. And then this guy, we are going to, I think we're going to use, so we're going to block using the red for a fire block of 4, which is enough to block his physical attack, but his we still take a wound from his fire attack. So that's 1 wound, and then this guy we're not going to block at all. So we take 1 wound for each of his attacks. So that's another 2 wounds. That's a total of 3 wounds into hand. And so that's everything for the assigned damage phase. We're going to break Sword of Justice. So double the contribution of all physical attacks we play this turn. Enemies lose physical resistance this turn. So we're going to play... Yeah, so I think this works. So they're all blocked or we've taken wounds, so that's 3 wounds. They're doing 9, or they have 9 armor, plus 6 is 15, plus 5 is 20, plus 8 is 28. So we can use improvisation and discard mana draw for an attack of 3. Then we can use rage for an attack of 2. That's a total attack, physical attack of 5. Fireball using our skill here for an attack of 4. We play that sideways. So 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 4 is 9. We can use our Amatep Gunners for an attack of 5, that's 14. We double the contribution of all physical attacks, so that's 28 attack in total, which is just enough because this guy has lost physical resistance as well. So that's just enough to take all of them out in the attack phase. So recapping, we played Tirelessness to move in for move 2. Lost a reputation. We didn't take anything out in the Rage and Siege attack phase. We blocked this guy using the thugs. We blocked one of this guy's attacks, his physical attack, with our fire block of 4. This guy, we used our skill to reduce his attack by 1, and we used a blue from our inventory along with determination and swiftness sideways for a block of 6, which is inefficient against cold fire attack. So he's fully blocked. And then we took a wound for his fire attack. He took 2 wounds, 1 each for his 2 physical attacks. And then in the attack phase, we broke the Sword of Justice. And we played improvisation, discarding mana draw for an attack of 3. And then we used our skill to play fireball sideways for an attack of 4. That's 7, 8, 9 from rage, plus 5 from the Amatep Gunners is 14, which is a total of 28 physical attack because of the Sword of Justice. That's 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 5 is 20, plus 8 is 28. So all of those are dead. These are getting discarded. That goes away. That's been used. Red gets re-rolled and it is a blue. Discard all of these. We have 3 wounds in our hand. All of those have been used. This has been broken. We do get +1 fame for each enemy we defeated. So we defeated 4 enemies. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be a level up. We also get 3 plus 5 is 8. Plus 5 is 13. Plus 8 is 21. So that's 46, 57. So we level up twice this turn. We also lose 2 points of reputation for these 2 units. So we are down on the red X now, unfortunately. So yeah, and the Sword of Justice gets put back in the bottom of the deck. We're leveling up twice. We get a skill. And it is motivation, or that one is know your prey once a round during combat. Flip this to ignore 1 offensive or defensive ability of an enemy token, or to remove 1 element of 1 enemy attack. Fire and ice become physical. Cold fire become ice or fire. Cannot be used against enemies with arcane immunity. Or we have the motivation skill, which will give us access to a couple of extra cards. I'm leaning towards the motivation skill here. Yeah, let's go with that. Having access to the extra cards is really helpful. The common skill is going to be, yeah, we're not interested in that, I don't think, at the moment. And then I think we'll probably take Rush of Adrenaline. The other 2 require us to take wounds, which probably not something we're going to want to be doing. The new one is Ambush. We have also increased our command limit, although we are at the X, so we can't do anything with that. We are drawing up to our hand limit of 6 plus 2 is 8. We have 3 wounds, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we get a wound, March, Song of Wind, Stamina, and Rush of Adrenaline. And then we have 4 shield tokens, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm kind of tempted here to go probably into our keep and then try and take out the orc on the other side there. Yeah, let's go with that. So the move cost of plains, deserts, and well, first let's do the dummy turn. 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, so they get 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Back to us. Yeah, I think we'll go. So we can play Song of Wind for move 2 and reduce the cost of Wastelands by 1. So that is going to cost 3 to get into, and then 5 into there, into the swamp. So we can play Song of Wind for move 2, March with the green for move 4, and then Stamina for move 2. So that's a total of 8. So it costs 3 here and 5 there. So that's 8. We reveal what's in the green city, and it's 5 cold fire attack, paralyze, assassination, fire and ice resistance with 8 armor, 6 physical attack with 5 armor, 5 physical attack, 4 armor and physical resistance, 6 physical attack with 6 armor, doubly fortified, and 6 physical attack, paralyze, and 4 armor. Ouch. And all those physical attacks are going to be poisonous. Fine. And then we're left with these in hand. So we will leave our turn there. This gets re-rolled and it's a gold. And we can... yeah, we will draw up to our hand limit of 6 plus 2 because we're next to our keep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, March, 7, Ice Bolt, and 8, Crystallize. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue. They get another 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm kind of tempted here to let's play Motivation to get 2 cards and 1 fame. So 2 cards are Swift Reflexes and Rage. Okay. So I think we will engage the orc in combat. and we're going to use this skill to reduce his attack by 1, and then we can play Swift Reflexes with the gold to reduce it by another 2. So he is down to attack of 1. We will play Rush of Adrenaline sideways for a block of 1, so he's fully blocked, and then we can play Rage for an attack of 2 and March sideways for an attack of 3. Because he's elusive and we blocked him successfully, that's enough to take him out. So we get 3 fame, 1, 2, 3. We also get +1 reputation. He's gone. That's not enough to level up, unfortunately. So we're left with these cards in hand. We can probably play Ice Bolt to get a blue into our inventory. So we'll play that. And then we're left with all of these. This gets re-rolled. It's a black. These are getting discarded. And we will draw up to our hand limit. So our last card is Tranquility. Dummy player, 1, 2. They're going to declare end of round in the next turn. We're going to play Crystallize with a blue from the source to get a green. And we're going to use the green along with Tranquility to heal 2. So we will get rid of those 2 wounds. And then we will end our turn there and the round. And yeah, we will re-roll the source. So that's green, red, blue. The unit offer gets refreshed. So the new elite unit is going to be the catapults. The new regular is the herbalists, and the new elite is the fire golems. And then we still have 3 monasteries, so these are going away, and the new ones are Steady Tempo, Intimidate, and Crushing Bolt. They take Blood of Ancients into their deck, and the new one is Firebolt. And they're getting a white into their inventory for Charm. The spells advance, and the new one we have is Mana Thunderbolt. And yeah, we'll ready our units and shuffle up and go on to the next round. Okay, so we'll draw up to our hand limit of 6 + 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we get March, Tranquility, Concentration, Rush of Adrenaline, Song of Wind, Promise, Swiftness, and Fireball. And for our tactic, I think, so I don't think it's going to make sense to try and get back to our keep to recruit, because it's going to cost 9, plus we are at the -5 spot. So it's going to cost 14. And yeah, and then we'll have to pay another 5 to get back into next to the city. So I think that's probably out of the question here. So I think I'm going to take Sparing Power. So the dummy player is going to go first. So 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, so another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And okay, so there's 3 blues and a green in there. We are going to Spare Power. And for our turn, I think we want to discard March. We probably want to discard Swiftness too. Try and cycle through some cards here. Probably want to keep, probably want to get rid of Promise actually. If we get threatened, then we can, the only reason we'll need Influence, I think, is to assign damage to the thugs. So we can use Threaten for that if we get it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in hand. So we're going to draw another 3, and we get 1, 2, 3. So we have Improvisation, a Wound, and Threaten. Dummy player then, 1, 2, and 3. It's a red. They don't go again back to us. We'll Spare Power. So we only have 1 wound in hand here. We can probably, I think we'll use Tranquility with the green to draw 2 cards. So we have 1, 2, and we get Determination and Rage. I think we probably, I think we will rest here and discard probably Song of Wind along with the wound. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll draw one more. This gets re-rolled. It's a black. Okay. So those get discarded. We draw one, and it is Ice Bolt. Dummy player 1. That should be renewed. 2 and 3. It's a red. They don't go again. Back to us. I think we'll spare power. In terms of what we want to do, so I think we will probably discard Threaten for this turn. So that'll be our turn, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll draw one more, and it is Tirelessness. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They get one more. Back to us. Did we spare power on that turn? Yeah, we did. I think we probably want to try and go in on this turn. So we can use our motivation, fail +1, and we'll draw 2 cards, and we get Crystallize and Swift Reflexes, and then we can use our sparing power, and we get Stamina, a Wound, and Rage, and I think we'll play Stamina to move in. So that is going to get us into the city. We lose another reputation. We are on the X now. So these are the enemies we're going to face. So there's 2 with Paralyzed that they're going to have to be blocked. And then the others are all physical attack. So they're all going to be poisonous. So we can use our skill, this skill, to reduce his armor by 1. And our Swift Reflexes to reduce it by another 1. So he is down to, or sorry, not armor, his attack. He's down to 3 attack, so we need 6 points of inefficient block. To block that, I'm going to use Determination for a block of 5. And we can probably play Tirelessness sideways for a block of 1. So that's a total block of 6. He's fully blocked. And then this guy, he needs to be blocked as well, so we're going to use our Red Cape Monks and our Thugs for a block of 6, so he's fully blocked. And then these 3 are going to be doing attacks, and I think we will take, we're going to assign 4 points of damage from him to the Red Cape Monks, so they're going to take 2 wounds, and then we take 1 wound for that. And yeah, so we will take 1 wound into our hand, 1 wound into our discard from this guy. So his damage has been assigned, and then these 2 guys, we're going to get 2 wounds to hand, 2 wounds to our discard from one of them, and 2 wounds to hand, 2 wounds to a discard, I think. Although that's going to be 1, 2, 3, that's 5 wounds into our hand here. So yeah, I think before we do that, let's play Rush of Adrenaline. For each of the first 3 wounds we take to our hand, we draw a card. So we've taken 5, we'll draw a card for the 2. And we get March and Mana Draw. And then now we have to hit back with damage. So I think we will... so if we currently have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, if we instead of yeah, this is a tricky one. So we've taken the wounds, assigned the damage. This unit is wounded, so now we move on to the attack phase. And I think I'm going to play Mana Draw, so we can use 2 additional dice from the source. I'm going to use a red and a blue, and I'm going to use the red on the Fireball for a ranged fire attack 5, and the blue on the Ice Bolt for a ranged ice attack of 3. That's a total elemental attack of 8, which is enough to take out both of these guys grouped together, because they have physical resistance, but they're not fire or ice resistant. So both of those guys are dead from those 2 cards. And then we have these 3 left over. So I think I'm going to use Concentration to gain a red mana token. I'm going to use that red mana token with improvisation and discard March for an attack of 5. And then I'll play the 2 rages for an attack of 2 each, so that's a total attack of 9. Plus our attack from the Amatep Gunners of 5 is 14 physical attack. And then I'm going to use the skill along with Crystallize Sideways for an attack of 4. We have 1 free command token, so that is that's a total attack of 5. So that's a total of 19 physical attack, which is enough to take out these guys. So 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 8 is 19. So yeah, to recap, we played Stamina, moved in, lost a reputation. The enemies we faced were these guys. We had to block the paralyzed ones, so we blocked this guy with the thugs and the red cape monks for a block of 3 each. So that's a total block of 6. He's fully blocked. We used our swift reflexes and our skill to reduce this guy's attack by 2. So 1 for our swift reflexes and 1 for our skill. So he's down to 3. We needed 6 inefficient block to block him. We played Determination with the blue from our inventory and Tirelessness Sideways for a total block of 6. So he's fully blocked and he's fully blocked. And then we took a wound from this guy, so 5 armor. We assigned it to the red cape monks, so they got 2 wounds. And then we took wounds into our hand for the remaining 1 point of damage. So we took 1 wound to hand, 1 wound to discard. And then these 2, we took 2 wounds to hand and 2 wounds to discard from him, and 2 wounds to hand and 2 wounds to our discard from him. So that is a total of 5 wounds to hand and 5 wounds to our discard, and also the 2 on this unit here. So that is everything in the assigned damage phase. And then we went on to the attack phase. We played mana draw to be able to use 2 mana dice from the source. We used 1 red with Fireball and 1 blue with Ice Ball for a total attack of 8, which was enough to take out both of these guys, because they're physically resistant but not fire or ice resistant. So they're both dead. And then we had these 3 left over. We had 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 5 is 19. We played Concentration for a red. We used that red with Improvisation and discarded March to get an attack of 5. And sorry, we played Rush of Adrenaline to for each of the first 3 wound cards. So we drew the remaining 2 cards that we had in our deck. I think one of them was Mana Draw, and then one was maybe Crystallize or Tirelessness. So yeah, we used the red with Improvisation for an attack of 5, the 2 rages for an attack of 4. That's a total attack of 9, plus our attack of 5 from the Amatep Gunners was 14, and then we used our skill with Crystallize Sideways for a total attack of 4, plus 1 for our unused command token of 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus the 2 rages is 19. So that's a total attack of 19, which is just enough to take these 2 out. And I think I got everything right there. So yeah, that was a close one. We ended with 6 wounds in our hand, but we only took 5 during this combat, so we didn't get knocked out because our hand limit's 6. And then we assigned the damage, the other 2 from 2 wounds to this guy, and we took another 5 into our discard pile as well. So yeah, that was a really, really close game. I thought we were very underpowered coming into it, and yeah, we only had 1 spell. We didn't have any artifacts because we used all of them on the White City. But wow, that was very close. We didn't have a point of damage to spare there, unless I've made a mistake somewhere along the way. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think it's even worth scoring, given the number of wounds we took. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. I may as well take the fame, I guess. So 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 4 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 9 is 27. So we were on 62, 72, 82, 89. So we level up twice. So we would get another command token. We would get another skill and an advanced action. But yeah, we don't have any more cards to draw. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining. Hope you can join again next time. Thank you.